Yo, so what's going on, guys? It is Pone, and today we're playing a little bit of Gotham City Impostors. This game has been very, very hyped up for about the last 6 months or so. It's been gaining a lot of publicity, and a lot of people are really enjoying the idea behind this game. And I have to admit that I'm kind of hopping on the bandwagon myself. It's very incredible. It's very creative, as you cannot tell right there by that random... Kind of reminded me of the little creature on Futurama. You know what I'm talking about? What's his name? Nibbler? It had the big eyes and the nose. That is going to eat my face off. So anyways, what I want to talk to you guys about is give you my best opinions and review across this game. Now, this game is quite incredible as that guy leaks urine all the way over to the objective. But the great addition to this game is the equipment. One thing that will definitely advance yourself and help you become, you know, one of them primetime gamers in this, and separate yourself from the average noob, is what you're going to need to do is learn to properly utilize that equipment. Now, each character, each class so far has a couple of random little knickknacks which they are capable of. One, for example, you know, there are things like the batarang, which is actually, I just think a boomerang, but then you have things like the glider, there's roller skates. I mean, there's all kinds of random little knickknacks. You know, as you guys can tell right now, there's little vial that I'm tossing down happens to be a pipe bomb, so it's, as you should know, is pretty much a grenade, so I toss that down. My other one is actually the grapple, so that's basically the grapple gun, which allows me to shoot up, get to high areas in the map, get there a little bit quicker, things that I normally would not be able to reach to, and it's a great addition into the game. I think it's impressive to be able to learn and fully utilize your character to the potential that it's destined to be with. So, you know, with all those big words in there so I sound impressive, we're going to skip over all that random BS, and we're going to hop into the game itself. Now, the game itself, as you guys can tell right now, looks a little cartoony, looks a little funny. That dude is wearing his shorts way too tight. So, like I said, you know, appearance-wise, I'd probably give it, you know, like a 7 or 8. Nothing, you know, just spectacular. Nothing, like, incredible about it. But in all honesty, I think that's what they were going for. They wanted it to look a little goofy, a little, you know, funny, a little cartoonish, and I think that's what they were aiming for. So overall, I think that's a successful job for them. Now, there are a couple cool additions to this. As you guys can tell right now, I just hit the trampoline. They are located up in the radar in the top left corner. The little, what is it, the yellow circles with a little addition sign in them are basically the trampolines that help you to get from level to level, because some of the creatures, some of the classes, if you will, allow you to do certain things. Like the glider, for example, outside that door was a little ventilation shaft that had like the smoke coming up, and so unless, you know, Monroe's planning on walking up and we're getting a sneak peek at the undercarriage, basically the idea for those are to jump on them and then glide. Those little ramps right in front of me are for people that want to, you know, kick flip right off the top of that bitch. You know what I'm talking about? So they have things that are entered in the map to help people get around a little bit quicker. I like the freedom of being able to just randomly grab a hold of any wall or, you know, statue or anything like that, and boom, 1 piece, 2 piece, come in for the quad, baby. Gotta love it. So, you know, and in case you guys are wondering what these guys are doing at me, no, they weren't wanting my autograph. They're kind of in a, you know, funky PCP days right now. What happens is the game mode that we're playing right now is called Psych Warfare. Now what it is it's basically the idea behind, you know, many of these first-person shooters have games where you have an objective where you have to arm, plant, you know, attach, you know, like a bomb or an objective or something like that. Many of you guys played first-person shooters know what I'm talking about. Now, in this one, it spawns, I think it usually spawns in the same position, actually. There's a battery that you have to attach to the opposite team's base. So it's kind of like they have, it's kind of like a base war type thing. Right there where I'm trying to, you know, grapple into right now, up here is the battery. This battery, you press square, which, because I'm playing on PS3 right now, you press square to pick it up, you run over to their side, and you got to plant it on their little jack-in-the-box, or whatever the hell that thing is over there. It's a nice fucking stereo or something. I don't even know what it is, guys, but it looks pretty shiny and impressive. So you got to come over here and you got to plant the bomb, attach it, whatever they want to call it, and you plant the battery, and when you do so, you see the little horn on the left side. You got 30 seconds to defend this bad boy and let it explode, and when it successfully explodes, you win. You don't necessarily win the round, but it gives you a point. So in one good round, which is about 5 minutes, you play one side on one side spawn and another on the other. So here in a couple minutes, we're actually going to alternate over, and we'll be put on the other spawn, and we have to fighting this way. So what's going to happen is if we get this countdown just like it is right now, what happens is they get a little bit mixed up. This random little whirly freaking thing happens on the screen where they're not allowed to use guns, and all they can do is flap their arms around right now. I know, right? Look at it. But apparently you can slap somebody. Yes, that is a way to kill somebody. You can slap them. And I don't know if you actually get to see me all dazed out and jacked up in this gameplay, but I encourage getting hit by those because it's so much fun to actually do so. Now, if you do happen to have the enemy plant that on you, what you can do is slap the hell out of the objective, and I guess you can, like, knock it off or something. So if you blow up the objective quick enough by slapping it enough times, you can actually cut that period down, because I think it's usually 30 seconds where you have to run around flailing, where you can't shoot, and you just got to hope to get close enough to spank that little bum. So, in all honesty, it's a great thing. It keeps them just immobilized for 30 seconds where you can bully them, spawn trap them, get kills, prepare, stack up for when the battery comes back. So now the battery has returned, you're going to see that I'm going to go back here and push back up for it. Now, I think this gameplay is great. I think it's a great addition into this game. I think it's a smart idea because a lot of hardcore gamers like game types like this. Now, as for the game, the feel, the look, the appearance, the kind of ideas I have behind this game, I would like to compare it in between a more modern kind, because with the weapons and everything involved, I'd like to compare it to something like Team Fortress 2. But I don't really want to say that because they're a little bit more cartoony and fast-paced than this is. And in all honesty, some of the guns and everything, it seems a little bit more, I can't say realistic, but modern, if you will. With the shotguns and the stuff like that. So I think it's a little less cartoony and foolish like Team Fortress. Not saying that's a bad thing. But that's kind of the feel I get when I'm playing this, is that I'm basically playing a game like Team Fortress. But in all reality, it's got the competitive nature, it's got the fun, it's got the guns, you got to work through, you got to use your equipment. So I would definitely compare it to Team Fortress. But it does have this other taste that actually puts it in a different category, and I think that's impressive. Damn it, I got smacked again. So he's trying to high-five me. So that's what happened. So as you guys can tell, there's the Bats and there's the Jokers. I was just on the Bats team. Smacked it up. I believe I had 23 and 4 right there with a handful of assists. So I did pretty solid right there. And like I said, there are different classes to choose from. I chose the Striker, which is what I'm using right now. You have the, as the default, I have the that assault rifle right there, which is called the Dawn Patrol. And then the shotgun that I have on my hip is called the Persuader. And I think that's a nice little combination that they have right there. I do believe you can unlock custom classes later on where you can customize and do what you want to use. But I think a lot of these default custom classes like the Striker and Scout, so on and so forth, are actually built pretty solid. I really, really do kind of rely on them. And I would suggest you guys to get a feel for some of these classes. Some of them take a lot more skill than others. I'll extremely, be honest with you with that, because something like the Scout, which I'll put a gameplay up here in a few days for you guys, you really got to learn to use it properly, and as you can tell, my grapple's way off. So I'm kind of flailing a little bit. I've been unfamiliar with PS3 lately because I've been playing PC so much, but this game will be available for PlayStation, Xbox, and PS3, and so you guys should definitely check it out. As right now, there's the beta open. I do believe it's free to play at the current time with the beta. I do believe, from what I've heard, the rumors are going to be this game's going to be about $15, so you're spending under a 20 piece to buy this game. It's definitely worth it. Like I said, it's a fun game. It's got its advantages. You got to learn how to be the classes. So at the same time, it keeps that fun aspect that some of those games. I grew up on games like playing in the basement with my friends. All the neighborhood kids would come around and we'd play Halo and Red Faction and all these games. And this is kind of what that feeling that you get when you play a game like this, because there's no real intense moments where you're it's competitive, super competitive. I mean, to be great at this game is going to take practice. You can't become one of the great players at this game, but it just has that all-around raw feel that it's just how a multiplayer game should be. And I think there are very few of these games out there. Like I said, Team Fortress to be one of them, and to have something across all consoles and platforms is just incredible. And I think with the animations they brought into it, the funny feel to it, the handling's great, the cartoonish appeal, I think it's incredible. I really do think they did a hell of a job for this game, and I think they're quite dumb to charge $15. I think they could easily get 40 to 60 out of it. I would probably pay that kind of money for a game like this. Like I said, it's great. Perfect stress relief. If your mom's giving you shit and you just can't afford a murder trial, go ahead and try to pick this game up. It's incredible. I really, really do want to recommend you. And as you guys can tell, this was my very first game playing. I happened to find their spawn, and in turn, I got whacked out of proportion, and I'm trying to shoot, and I can't do so. So, the entire idea behind this game is to have fun. Even the intro, once you pick up this game and you try it out, just watch the initial intro scene where, you're just getting the feel. You know how the startup is before you get to the menus. Just watch that little cutscene video. It's funny as hell. I laughed at it. I watched it like 3 times. Yes, I reset my system just to watch it again so I can laugh. I even showed my wife, and of course, she gave me that look. You know what look I'm talking about. Like I'm just stupid. And I just think this is a very, very incredible game. Like I said, there's a lot of things. The map I'm playing on right now is Amusement Mile, and I think at the current time there are only 2 maps available. I don't remember the other one right offhand. I think it's Crime Alley or something like that. Not too sure, but like I said, some of these setups are really, really built to to perform quite well. I love the feel of this gun right here. It makes me feel like I'm playing something like Red Faction or Battlefield or Call of Duty or something with the realisticness of the gun and the accuracy. It really does handle quite well. When you aim, it actually is precise, and I was expecting it to be a little choppy, and for it to be, you know, this incredible yet this goofy looking, I think it's incredible. Did we just get double bitch slapped? Oh my god. So that's what it is, guys, and that's what it is. We've planted it a few times. We're up to 6 points. I think they have none right now. And in all reality, this game is quite impressive. I want to encourage you guys to check it out. I want to post more of this, but I want to know if you guys are down to seeing some more of it. Maybe some individual class reviews outside of just the game review. And if you can, rate up the video if you do want to see more. That lets me know. And it really helps out a lot because I want to see this game get a little more publicity. There aren't too many people out on YouTube posting it right now. But if you're one of those people like me that just love to play fun games, this is it, man. I mean, I don't know, man. Batman was my dude growing up, and the fact that they've got a game as goofy and fishy as this is, man, it just brings me back to my roots where I used to enjoy playing games, and it didn't have to be about kill streaks or fucking crazy objectives or anything like that. There was no win-loss ratio or anything like that mattered. Just going out there having fun, shooting guns, having some laughs, man. It was just, that's all it comes down to me. That's what's impressive. And I think there are very few games out there that are publicly, you know, relying on. You know, people really do not like to spend too much time, even though there are better games out there nowadays, or more fun games, if you will. A lot of people won't play those games because they're not the top-notch, you know, Call of Duty titles. They're not the Battlefields. And I think that's a shame. And this is one of those games that's cheap, easy to play, a lot to have fun with, get some friends together. It's amazing. I mean, the games are, the one thing that I would like to see them increase is the player slots. It's 6v6, and even though these maps are small and you do find a decent amount of action, it's quite incredible because, you know, I was always worried about, you know, 6v6 is going to be a little slow in points, but because of the small maps and the objectives being so close to things, I think it's an incredible thing they've done with this game. They've built quite a damn good game, so I'd probably give this game overall rating, a review of about an 8.59, which is easily what I would give something like Team Fortress. And again, it has many cool features similar to games like that, which are you can customize your characters, your outfits, your fucking all kinds of things. I don't know, so it's great. I mean, you got different characters that do different things, and it really does give you that feel of a modern-day Team Fortress. I hate to compare it to something because it feels like something entirely owned, and it deserves its own category. But Team Fortress is awesome enough in its own, and if that's the kind of game that you like, you guys are going to fall in love with this game. It really does have the more accurate kind of feel that a modern shooter would be. I do find it's a little bit easier to maneuver in this game than it would be on something as fast-paced as Team Fortress. But overall, that's my review, guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Like I said, this is called Gotham City Impostors. It is out right now. I believe the full game is going to be released on February 15th, and I think it's only going to be a few bucks. Hell, could end up being free to play. I'm not sure. But like I said, it will be on all platforms, PC, Xbox, PS3. I don't know about the Wii, though. I have no clue. But look at me flexing it like a boss right now. I know, right? Those shorts are so embarrassing, and those bony, scrawny knees. So, thanks for watching, guys. If you did enjoy it, remember to rate up the video. If you want to see more, let me know in the comments below, guys. Peace out. Get it.